Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Tiger II, or more correctly actually, it's a Panzerkampfwagen Mark 6 Ausführung B, which is the other way of saying it's a King Tiger. Well, no, Tiger II is more correct way of pronouncing it. It's a Tier 8 German heavy tank, and it's located on the north spawn of Cliff under the command of the unextraordinary Pipette. Well, battle has started, and everyone's moving away from the spawn points. Now, Pipette, normally it would actually be carrying the 88mm gun as a stock gun, but he's got the 105mm gun. And he can do alpha damage 320 hit points, penetration 200mm, and it goes up to 244 with the APCR, and he can also do high explosive rounds at 420. Well, he's loaded standard AP to start with, and oh, lovely shot there on the T-37, 332, and the T-37 is immediately killed by the ARL 44. Nice going. So they got an early kill in the game. Now this tank is, well, it was a pretty fearsome tank to come across, but it was beset with mechanical problems, and the main reason for that is, unfortunately, it had too much mass, and the engine and the gearbox just couldn't take it. That's why these tanks would just keep breaking down. Had a really good gun, very good armor, but because it was so heavy, it just couldn't cope, and trying to climb hills was really difficult. And in fact, these tanks just kept breaking down all the time, and they were a nightmare for the engineers. Well, looks like Pipette's going to go round the cliff. Hasn't got anybody. Oh, now he has. Oh, and that's a KV-85. He just took around for 237. He's going to side scrape now. Use his hide his lower plate. Use his armor and put some damage into those enemy tanks. You see them rocking backwards and forwards. Unfortunately, the KV-85 hasn't learned how to do that yet. And you see these little inserts here, they do actually give you what you need. Yep, got that one in, 361. I think the ARL is trying to use us as a bit of extra armour. Yep, got that one in as well, 332. We took around for 161. The ARL's going to try and side scrape off us. He's got 2 marks on his barrel, so he's actually quite a good player. Ow, and that one just wiped out an American Scorpion. And we just bounced around, trying to go for the one behind. Yes, the one behind was an easy one. He was presenting his weak spot to us. Reload time 10 seconds. It's quite long, but it's a very powerful gun. Now, go for the one behind. Yep, he left it there. He's gone now. 1 hit point's all he had left, and the ARL took it. Now, can he get around into that one? No. And this is where it does get a bit of a problem, but the T-25 is coming up, and I think he's about to blast that. Yep, T-44's gone. Thank you very much. So a nice bit of side scraping there by Pipette. Certainly worked, and once his teammates had come up and he dealt with that KV-85, no problem. Obviously the KV-85 driver really hadn't learned that you need to hide your lower plate and your weak spots at an angle to avoid them being damaged. Unfortunately, he just didn't know about that, so he paid the price. Now, we don't know if there's anybody up on those heights. More than likely there is, but we've got a P-43 ahead of us, and if there is somebody doing damage up there, we'll probably spot them very shortly. Yes, there is. Crusader SP, now that's completely out of place, and there's a Scorpion G with him. But we put a round into the Crusader, he's gone. If the Scorpion shows himself, we can put a round into him. Looks like he's going to. Oh, he's gone! And he was killed by the T-71DA, that's the one with the magazine. And we've loaded, and we're homing in on the enemy cap. There's only 3 enemies left. The IS-2, the Black Prince, and the IS-6. but they're all big enemies to kill. They're all heavies. So this is where it gets really interesting. Angle. Can't get the IS-2, he's too far away, but we can certainly damage that IS-6. Yes, nice one. Into his rear. And we've got the high caliber if we can sustain this. Now reload is a bit of a problem. Now weak spots is a problem there. He was presenting a problem. We couldn't get our gun depression down. The gun depression on this tank is not that great. It's good, but it's not great. It's about 8 degrees if I remember correctly. So we're going to go down there and mix it with them personally. And this will give us the side of the i6. Yep, he's gone. Now we can just rock and roll with the Black Prince now. Last one, there's... Last one there buys the beer. Well, he fired that round anyway. I was about to say last one. Oh dear. Yeah. Okay. And here's the end of battle result. It's a second class tanker for the unextraordinary PFET in the Tiger II. He also picked up a Master Gunner, a fire for effect, but he did get the high caliber after all, and he got a win 8 for that game of 3,824, which is very good. In fact, that's Super Unicum standard. So let's have a look at the team scores. There you go. High caliber, 3,045 hit points. He just beat the T71DA. He got 2846. And then we've got the ARL44 who was sitting behind him with 2 marks on his barrel, 2,113. And it's a very good job that he was actually sitting there. He picked up an extra kill because he was sitting directly behind Unextraordinary PFET, using him as a wall of steel. Unfortunately, it meant that he only managed to get 1 kill. But the T71DA got 6 kills. He picked up a Top Gun. And then the ARL44, he got 3 kills, one of which belonged to Unextraordinary PFET. But of course, it was that 1-pointer that he left the SU-85 on. But when it came to base XP, it's the T71 again who did 1,431. The ARL managed to get 1,263 and PFET managed to get 813. But he did most of the hard work there, actually, side scraping off that corner, putting shot after shot into those enemy tanks so they were weak enough for his teammates to take them out of the game. Let's have a look at detail. He fired 14 shots in that game. He got 12 direct hits and 10 penetrations. It's a good gun, the 105mm. He did damage of 3,045 hit points, of which 624 were at more than 300 meters. He received 10 hits from the enemy. 3 were penetrations, 7 non-penetration. And I think the 3 that penetrated actually did go into his lower plate, which is, I believe, only 100mm of armor. But it's easy enough to hide, and PFET was doing a good job of trying to hide it from that enemy tank. I've forgotten which one it was now that he was up against. It was an IS-2. Yes, well, was it the IS-2? No, the T-44, I think it was. Yes, the T-44. But he did do a good job, and so he only actually allowed 3 in and blocked 7. Block damage of 1,400 hit points. He damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 1 of them, and did 61 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 49,136 credits, got 24,568 from personal reserve, so his total was 73,703 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, he actually took away 54,834 credits, which is quite nice. And he also picked up 1 bond for getting the high caliber, and 1,219 XP, times 4 for the first victory of the day. Had a personal reserve bonus for 100% running at the same time, so he took away 6,097 experience points altogether. But he said, by some miracle, I had a decent round in the Tiger II. Well, there's nothing wrong with your technique at all. Everything you did by the book. You side-scraped like a boss. The T-44 driver was very good in trying to get those penetrations in. And you couldn't have done anything better, really, to be honest. The one thing at the end was that you couldn't get your gun down to bear on the IS-6. And you did do the right thing not to fire, because if you had fired at the IS-6 and tried to go out over the edge to get the shot down onto him, he would have had a free shot at your lower plate, and you didn't really want to do that. You did the right thing to drive around, get him in the side, and then go for the Churchill afterwards, or the Black Prince, rather, I should say, afterwards. But it was a really good game. So, well, if you enjoyed it, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.